This year, I have delivered 87 boxes of promotional candies to different companies. The candies have not changed. My production kitchen has not changed, but something very big has changed. The way how I see my company. And the shift that people usually call positioning has not changed because I went to some kind of session or attended a course. This came from doing the work on the business. This came from repeating the same conversation, the same pitch over and over again with different prospects, during which the pitch changed because I changed and my perception changed. And the shift happened extremely naturally. And interestingly, it's not about candy. Positioning is usually talked about as something connected to marketing or sales or branding. But in my experience, it's mostly about my perception of my product and my company and what I do. Because as my internal perception has changed, everything has changed. My posture, my language, the way that I approach people, the way that I feel internally while talking to people. I used to say that I made these candies for you. Now I say we offer edible branding solutions. When I decided last year in April that I would be ditching all other sweets that I have been making during the years and just go on with photo lollipops, choosing this one product, I felt quite frazzled. There were so many things to do. I had to change the website, there was social media, I had to build up a whole new customer base. And I have to admit that as I had so many things to think about and to do, I ended up doing very little. Most of it was just stressing. And this stress, it turned into paralysis. So finally, I was thinking that I have to do so many things, but I was just not able to do anything. This year, finally, after reading many books about marketing and entrepreneurship in general, I decided that I would do very concrete weekly and monthly plans of what I'm intending to do about the company. I did not make a plan for the whole year. I just planned 3 months of the year. I set a goal and all the tasks that I need to do to reach the goal. My goal was to send or give out 150 promotional boxes to reach 20 new customers. I knew that it's quite an ambitious goal because I cannot control how many companies are going to buy, but this is what I went with. I also set myself very concrete goals about social media, that I would not be fixated upon being artistic or beautiful, that I would just shoot out one piece of content per week. That is enough not to burn myself out, not to think about it too much, but keep the social media scene alive. And only this one shift in perspective changed the way that I could concentrate on the company in completely different levels. As I was not prioritizing social media anymore, I got it done simply and I could concentrate on the actual promotion of the candies and the actual growing of the company. And what's most funny about it, before I did not get almost anything out on the social media because I was so scared that it's wrong that what I'm doing. But now, as my main goal is just to get the content out, it doesn't take me almost any time. I collect everything that I film or take pictures of during the month, and I just make the post during one day, which leaves me 30 days to deal with a real company business. As most of my sales do not come from the social media, this is just for the face of the company. It does not bother me too much at the moment. And as my main concentration has gone on the promotional boxes, where I also have a system of how many I actually do, and I don't stress too much about getting more done, then I have had so much time to actually deliver the boxes and have these conversations that I have had the opportunity to change the perspective of how I'm feeling about it all. I have had the time to actually think what I want from the company, what I need from the company, what I want the company to give to others. What's most interesting about these conversations that I have had with people is that I actually have enjoyed the most difficult ones the most. The ones where I have to push or where things doesn't come easily, where the door doesn't isn't open, where I have to ring a bell to get in or call someone, or if I have to explain what it is about, if I just don't give the box and leave, which is how I preferred to do it before. I still don't intentionally try to find these more difficult situations. I still pivot in the most difficult ones, but I realize that I need to work on these, and these have taught me so much because they help me get really clear of what it is that I'm selling, what it is that I'm giving them, what it is that I'm helping them with. And therefore, the companies where I've had the most difficult time are sometimes the companies where I flourished the most in the end. So all these repetitions have clarified both the message of what I'm giving out and what I actually understand of my business. The most important thing that has come out of all these conversations, information-wise, is that companies are definitely not buying sweets. They're not buying candy. They are buying visibility, memorability, and the opportunity to offer their clients brand experience. Also, as I can offer them their brand going wider with the lollipops traveling, with them being very photographable and people actually taking photos of these lollipops and putting them on social media, therefore spreading the brand, there is quite concrete proof that the lollipops work as these brand enhancers. So as I have realized this, I have understood more the very common saying in marketing that you do not sell the plane tickets, you sell the vacation. And before I was somewhat selling the plane tickets, but now as I can see what the vacation is about, I am able to sell that one. I can sell the dream to the customer, and therefore I feel much better selling it, and I feel the customer being much more open to receiving it. So my original focus was selling photo lollipops, but through execution and all these conversations, so many other possibilities became visible, and the idea evolved into edible branding solutions, and now is also evolving into much bigger edible brand experiences. And all of this, it did not emerge on paper or just me thinking, but it was through doing the physical things, through communicating with customers, their questions, trying to get clear of what I am offering and what are the opportunities of what I could be offering, came a whole other positioning. So what I've learned is that positioning does not happen on paper or in my head, but it happens through the shift of doing the work and having these communications. That clarity comes through interactions with real people, real communication, and that the understanding of what my product or service really is about comes through time and experience. At the moment, I am still the one making all the candy in my home kitchen. But through doing all this, I am beginning to see myself as someone else, not just a person making sweets. And I'm seeing my company as something that really brings solutions to other companies and brings meaning. And this shift has changed my communication, my confidence, and the way that I see opportunities. And as I'm still in the process, I'm still doing it, and I feel the shift happening every day in my head, I'm very much interested of where it all is going to take me in the end.